Hello everybody, it's Laura the driving coach. How you doing today? So today we're going to talk about passing your road tests and some tips for passing your road tests. So let's talk about some of them, okay? Because a lot of people asked me this question and they wanted me to make a video on some basic tips on how to pass your road test. So we're going to talk about that today. So your first thing is your attitude. Always when you're thinking about your road test or getting ready for your road test, have a positive attitude. Think of yourself passing your road test. Imagine yourself passing your road test, and that will go a long way for your road test. Next thing is confidence. Have confidence that you can and will pass your road test. That you have a lot of confidence and you understand that you can pass it. Your driving should not depend on the person sitting next to you. That person is simply there to grade your road test. Your road test is in your hands. Be comfortable behind the wheel. Make sure you've had plenty of training and that you've had plenty of time to practice and you feel comfortable behind the wheel. And when other people drive with you, make sure they feel comfortable with you driving. Okay? Fourth one is, parallel parking. They always say that's the hardest part of the road test, right? The key with parallel parking is to pick one method and stick with that method, because there are a few different methods of parallel parking. Don't take a few other methods and try to put them together. So pick one method, stay with that method, and keep practicing it. Know how to fix it if you run into trouble. So practice fixing it if you run into trouble. All right? 5 is follow the laws. Know all the rules of the road. Know all the safety laws. If you don't know some of the rules of the road, you could watch one of my other videos from AAA, which is traffic signs, signals, and lane markings. I do have it on my channel. So if you search that in my channel, you can see that. And know those laws and make sure you're following them. Next one is turning. When you're turning, the most important thing to know, if you're making a left turn or a right turn, is to turn from your lane into your lane. Make sure your positioning is right. Make sure if you're turning, if say you're making a left onto a two-way street, make sure you're not turning into the middle of the street or all the way on the other side of the street. Make sure you're turning into that right lane when you're making a left turn down a two-way street, okay? Because that can be a big part of it. Another one is don't drive too slow on your road tests. Some people, they think they want to be nice and cautious, and they end up being too cautious and end up going like 10-15 miles under the speed limit. And when you're going 10 to 15 miles under the speed limit, you are impeding the traffic flow. So make sure you're not impeding the traffic flow by going too slow. Another one is don't wave people on. Okay, if you have the right of way, say at an intersection, don't go like this and tell someone else to go and take your right of way. Okay, just don't do that. You're not the cops. You're not there to direct the traffic, and you don't know if there's someone else there who doesn't want him to have the right of way, who knows you have it, and they might go when this other person's trying to go. So definitely don't wave people on. Always yield to pedestrians. That's an important one, especially distracted pedestrians. A lot of people are on their phones or on their headphones while they're crossing the street now, so they're not really paying attention to the cars, and they always assume that they're going to stop for them. So make sure that you're really looking out for those pedestrians, because they are the most unpredictable part of driving. Let's see. Last one is always scan. Keep scanning your surroundings. Make sure you're looking further ahead to see what's happening up ahead. Make sure you're looking on both sides. Don't get too focused on one thing. If you're passing by a tight spot, make sure you're looking on both sides of your car to make sure you can completely fit through. And actually the last tip is to take a lesson with a driving school like mine, Ferrari Driving School, if you're in the New York City area. Because it really helps you pass your road test, because you may be practicing with people who have been driving for many years and they don't necessarily remember their road test or really know what exactly you need for your road test. So take that one evaluation lesson like a week before your road test, 2 weeks before your road test, and just find out first of all, if you're ready to take your road test and if you have all the skills to take your road test, and also learn what's on your road test. And we can go for everything like how would you parallel park on your road test? How would you do a 3-point turn on your road test? Know the specific rules that you need. All right, so those are my tips, and hopefully I will be making more videos on tips on how to pass your road test. I'm gonna have more visuals involved. And if you really like this video, I would love if you would like my video and perhaps even subscribe to my channels, because I do put up a lot of videos on there. And thanks for watching, y'all.